Hey y'all, I'm Kiki Hunter.
What's good, people? I'm Mark Hunter.
Welcome
Welcome
to
to
the
the
Hunt
Hunt
Life
Life Podcast.
Podcast. We created this podcast to give a real view of life as millennials navigating the world.
Real life discussions about the struggles our generation go through from family, love, and everyday life. We just trying to break generational curses to chase our dream life.
Come with us on this journey to hunt life and tackle everything else in between.
How you doing, people? This Hunt.
Hey y'all, it's Kiki.
Welcome to the Hunt Life Podcast. How you doing this week?
It's, listen, I ain't trying to be the one to always be like, it's just life be life in y'all for real. Like, like,
Already? What you finna get into your rant now? Or is
no,
it
it's just like
just
life be life and like, as in like, people like the weather been weird. So it's like
yeah,
everybody got
yeah.
allergy issues out the ass. The
Mm-hmm.
kids, you don't know if it's allergies or they sick. I, I don't know what I'm going through. Just
Yeah,
sick allergies. I don't know. And
yeah,
so that's been the part. It ain't been like too
yeah.
crazy, but like it's just the weather.
Whole house been under the weather this week.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's been hectic. Like a mug. But we
and don't
still
nobody act
been
good under the weather. Like
nah.
everybody got an attitude and they sick. Like it
Yeah.
get real hostile in here real fast.
I mean, but we were still productive
Yeah,
on
we
our
got a lot of the
end.
stuff done. Yeah,
Yeah, because we had no choice but to like sit still. Then, especially with all this rain that's been off and on,
yeah,
this would have been just some like sit still shit and like
yeah. Then the rain, like it was like good. We got rain, but it was like dang, the rain messed everybody up. Like
yeah,
we don't know what they done dropped in the air, what's on the ground. Is the ground
mm-hmm,
that dry where it's just irritating? I don't know.
yeah.
It's
And then
crazy.
like yeah,
Houston
it'll
is
rain,
wild.
but then a couple of minutes later, the rain then dried up on the concrete, so now it don't look like it
Yeah.
rained. Like it's
Yeah.
just too much going
Then it's
on.
stupid high, then it might be rain and get like a little cool, or it might be cool before it rained and then it finished raining. Now it's hella high. It's just,
Hmm.
I'm really over the weather. That's really what it is.
Yeah, like yeah, it's that weird weather
It's
too.
weird.
Yeah,
Like this pickle season and like, let's stop fighting for custody. I'm tired.
yeah.
Mhm.
Houston weather, man.
Yeah.
But I mean, besides that, it has been a productive week.
Yeah, it
Like we
has.
got a lot of stuff done.
True.
Like I mean, and I think that kind of sort of like goes along with what we're gonna talk about today, and that's like it starts at home.
Started home. Yeah.
Like it starts with you. It starts with you as in man. It starts with you as in woman. Like it starts with you as in the whole entire like group. Like
Yeah,
this
it starts
shit.
in your house.
Hell yeah.
Everything starts in your house.
Regardless of the fact, like it starts in your house. Whether if you finna be helping people, you gotta help your house before you help everybody else.
Yeah.
You gotta start at home.
You gotta get your
Like,
own shit together.
mm-hmm.
That shirt I should have worn.
Get your shit
Shit together.
together. Hell
Should have
yeah.
worn that shirt.
Hell yeah.
Cause you got to get, but like, don't be toxic too. Like I could,
It's both.
it's both. But no, you got to get your shit together at home. Like you can't be out here, like
Bullshitting
yeah,
hard. And that be the thing. People be bullshitting hard.
no, seriously.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand how society has tricked us into thinking because we're busier, we're like doing something with life.
Mm-hmm.
But what are we? Are we doing anything of importance?
Nah, you say what you was gonna say. Make it 2 weeks in a row. What are
Are
you?
you
What?
being busy or are you being productive?
True. Like I mean, that's
Like
one of like the main things that y'all gonna get from around here, nigga.
it's just the new motto. I think I'm taking it into 2024. I really do like that in simplicity. Like
Yeah.
just keep it simple. Don't have to be extra all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But just like if it don't have something to do with like my priorities, and you can't have a whole bunch of priorities. Like just
Because it's not a priority if it's like 5 16s up on the list.
yeah, it doesn't.
Like
That's
nigga,
not a
that's just
priority.
that's just the regular list.
Yeah, everything else I get to when I get to. Like, cause
Yeah.
it's just who got time for the mental breakdowns,
Mm-hmm.
then like the just being overwhelmed. And some of the stuff we don't have to be. Then like kids be acting like kids, they be acting up. It just be stuff going on. So it's just
True.
like that shit, you gotta like focus on your house and then extend out. Like build outward. Stop going outward and then coming in and then your house getting the last of you. They got an attitude. you got an attitude with them. They ain't seen you all day. You coming home and said hey to the kids, but the first thing you walk through the door was yelling at them. Then trying to figure out what's wrong with them. Well, they don't want to talk to you. Well, you got a bad attitude. You need to fix that. Like they don't. Nobody deserves to come home and get the worst of you because you had a bad day dealing with everybody else in the world. That ain't my problem.
True. Like, yeah, it starts with that part's not starting at home. Hell, that part start with you. Like, you got to check yourself before you fucking wreck yourself on that one. Because, I mean, that's not even like starting at home. That's starting with you because you at a job that got yourself upset and stressful to where you coming at home and you taking it out on everybody else.
Sometimes it's not even about the job or the career or like whatever it is that you're doing. I think it's a mix because we're human. Like you get overwhelmed. It's okay to be overwhelmed, but that's when you have to go back to the basics. Keep it simple. Like, does this affect your household? Like literally the people that stand, because when we say family, we got to start narrowing that down. Like family, extended family.
Yeah, because I mean, terminologies like word and do matter.
It does.
And like in the eyes of the Lord, like in talking about it, like family is like husband, wife, and kids. Immediate family is like your mother, your father, your brother, and your sisters and stuff like that. That's your immediate family, especially when you become married, because like you're leaving that family and you're starting your own family. So like your family.
No, that's extended family.
That's extended family. That's
the immediate family is the people
immediate
in
family
your
is your wife and your children. That's your immediate family. But your extended family is like your parents, your brother and your sister and stuff like that. Your siblings,
cousins, aunties, uncles, baby, all them people extend.
That's
like
extended.
And sometimes we trying to please all of them, and again, like your household be messed up trying to please everything and everybody else. That's what I'm saying. It's a juggle. Like life is a juggle in general, but it starts with at home. Like we want to be helping fix causes and helping fix the world and fix people and fix society and fix race and fix money, the money issue. It's just like you want to fix all this stuff, but a lot of the stuff can be fixed if we just do it at home. Like you start in your house first. Like start in your house. How about you discipline your kids? We got a problem with the school districts, public schooling. Teachers pointing the finger at the parents. Parents pointing the finger at the teachers.
And I'm pointing a finger at all of y'all because hell, we homeschool, so like that ain't our problem. It's all y'all fault. We took ourselves out the equation because we don't like the problem. So we figured out our solution. Our solution was to get up out of it. Why have somebody else teach our kids some stuff that we can teach them? Yeah. Especially, I mean, some of the time, like
that's the sacrifice you have to make.
Yeah.
If you can't afford private school or for them to go to a good school that aligns with your values and what you're trying to teach your kids, because everybody can't afford it, then you do it yourself.
Because that starts at home, because you got to teach your kids anyhow. You're the first teachers they have.
Yeah, you're the first teacher. But a lot of people don't take it serious. That's what I'm saying. You got to start at home.
But how? Because you taught them how to walk. You taught them how to start talking. You taught them to start like drinking and eating and stuff. Like, yeah, well, they learn that on their own.
No, they actually don't. You teach them, but a lot of people feel like they learn that on their own. But I mean, and they do eventually, but did they learn at a delay? Because you weren't teaching them?
True.
Because that stuff plays a part, and you feel like babies just like they'll do it. Yeah, they'll eventually do it. Maybe it's always nobody want to talk about the race. Still maybe. True. But you still have to be teaching your kids.
Nah, regardless. I mean, you gotta teach your kids regardless.
Yeah, you have to. You can't. How you gonna leave the teaching of your kid up to somebody that don't even stay in your house?
Yeah,
that's crazy to me. And then we want to be busy. We want to hang out. We want to be doing overtime at work. Time we got to get to the bed. Then we want to be doing family shit. Then we want to be on vacation. Then don't even start me with how long we spend on social media. Like
that's a wild ass statistics. I mean, cause y'all be eating us up with our statistics, bro. We ain't even gonna drop the numbers. But if you interested in learning how much time does we millennials or us adults in general spend on social media, like look that shit up, bro. That shit is alarming. Like we be on that mug for real, for real. Like that's not even including like how much time you be up on it during the day at work. because everybody make it seem like they don't. But that be the main time that everybody online. It's just you got that little bit of time that you not because you're trying to get that work done. But throughout that, like, yeah, your ass is online trying to get nothing done, just trying to burn time.
Yeah, because here's the kicker. Adults of the average adult spends about 2.5 hours on social media a day, at least. And that 2.5 hours where everybody keep asking me how long it take to homeschool your kid, you can homeschool your kid in that 2 hours that it took you to scroll through Instagram. Even if you're doing in segments. Because most people, like, you're online in segments. Like, you might spend 5-10 minutes on Facebook, go over Instagram, if you're on TikTok. Some of y'all got Snapchat. Baby, it's too many apps. That's crazy to me. Y'all people that got all them, that's crazy. Do what you do, though. But, it's interesting. But, no.
So you on their ass because it starts at home.
Well, because you got to pay some type of attention to something, and you have to be able to narrow it down.
True.
Like, you have to start narrowing down what is most important to you.
And then build boundaries.
Build the boundaries and you extend outward. Like, people really need to understand that you don't know who they is. It's probably the wrong conversation for you. But they want us to be too busy to raise our kids and to pay attention to our household. And
they want us to pay attention to all the other shit. They want us to pay the dumbass celebrity gossip. And like all the stuff that don't really matter.
Don't even matter.
Then it's not even your business. Other important stuff that's going on, like in general. Like this whole entire week, it's been a lot of stuff that's been going on. But I know like 9 times out of 10, a bunch of y'all don't even know what's going on.
Everybody going to jail.
Like,
everybody getting cases.
Everybody out here catching cases, pleading guilty. People out here getting impeached and filing up on them. Like, dang, you got a peach. They trying to impeach everything.
Everybody.
Like,
Everybody getting impeached.
Another nigga just beat charges on impeachment.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot going on. Then you got somebody else hiding. Like, it's a lot going on, and they want to bring masks back. Slowly but surely.
I'm finna start trying to get y'all to sign up for all these
just random stuff. And it's
and
like
you gotta be able
you
to
gotta be on your toes, like be like on your 10 toes, bro, and be strong at home because it starts at home.
It starts at home. Like it's just like a lot of problems that we have is just more so of
you gotta have a plan. That's a lot of problems.
People have a plan?
Yeah, people don't have a plan. They don't have a plan for their life. They ain't got a plan for their kids. They ain't got a plan for what they finna do for the next couple of days. They just know that they got to get through this day so they can be able to get to the next day so they can be able to get their paycheck. Like, it's not about planning about what you're going to do when you get the money. It's about planning what you're going to do when you ain't got the money. Because those are the days that count for real, for real.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, money going to come and go, especially if you really know what you're doing. It's about what you're going to do when you ain't got it. Because when you ain't got it, like, that's when your, like, true character show.
Yeah.
How you really going to get down.
Yeah.
And, like, that's when people really, like, show and expose themselves on what type of person or what type of human being they is.
Yeah.
And that's that part about checking yourself before you wreck yourself.
Looking a little iffy and, like, just stuff start, like life start happening where you putting pressure on you, like you start to see people true colors. And it's like, it don't matter if they're in your house, outside your house, and you have to be able to come back. Like right now, believe what you want, but we all in the middle of recession. Gas high, groceries high, paychecks low. Listen.
Bills high.
Look like a duck, quack like a duck, baby, it's the duck.
Yeah.
So
electricity been high the whole entire time.
And then they have the audacity to not be able to keep your stuff on. Somebody rolling blackout. Baby, we pay too much for these damn lights. Talking about a rolling. Listen.
The price for internet went up. Like, bro, that's a recession, fam.
It's a recession.
And then on top of that, they just said that they're not gonna hire the same amount of people that they've been hiring for like the holiday season since like 2008. So we was coming out of a recession in 2008.
Yeah.
So we going backwards to that. That's how many people that they're trying to hire this year. So that means that they not projecting people to like have money like that during the holiday season is what they really trying to say.
Yeah.
It's just they're saying it in another type of way.
Yeah.
It's just, are you catching like the wordplay?
Yeah.
Because it's wordplay when it comes to it.
Mm-hmm. No, but it's just people want, and I said this on my live earlier this week, that people like the idea of freedom. But when you start like really, because we introverted, so we not really act like that. But like being business owners, like we have to like start, we have to deal with other people and stuff like that. So it's like you start to realize how many adults do not have their shit together. How many adults can't make a decision for themselves? How many adults don't know how to teach their kids? Discipline your kids is not the only form of teaching them. And a lot of people have that confused because you discipline your child. You like, oh, I'm teaching my child. Baby, it takes way more than discipline just to teach your child. Like a lot of problems we have as a society can be fixed if we are actively teaching our kids how to be good human beings, how to make good decisions, how to be good friends, how to be hard workers, like how to have ethics. Like you have to teach that to your kid. Not gonna know how to be a good friend. They don't know when they fucking up as a friend unless you tell them like, hey, don't do that. That's not cool. Like
because
you
you
have to
better
be the
teach
one
your
that's
kid how to be a hard worker.
yeah.
Or they gonna teach your
Or they
child
gonna teach your
how to be
kid
a
how to
hard
be a hard
worker.
worker.
And when they teach your child how to be a hard worker, oh, they gonna be a hard worker.
Yeah. You got people out here, and it's no, I'm not knocking nobody gang. That's not what it is. Like, you got to do what you got to do to hustle for your family. But you still got to remember that it's about your family. Like, you still have to be active. And I think society keeps us so busy, we don't realize that we're not being as active as we should be. Like, a lot of us work 9 to 5s. A lot of us have business. Even if you're an entrepreneur, whatever it is that you're doing, that take up a lot of time as an adult. So a lot of that time is already going outside of your household. Yeah. So you thinking you have a weekend to spend with your kids and that's enough time, but the school get 8 hours with them every single day. And they're not teaching your kids 8 hours every single day. Like you're not teaching, no, that's impossible. You can't sit down.
You can't teach a child, or you're not supposed to teach nobody 8 hours a day. You're only equipped to doing this for working 8 hours a day is because
they don't work. You don't work 8 hours a day.
Yeah, but they molded you to sit there at a location for one spot for 8 hours a day.
Nobody do.
That's more so that they try. Well, they teach you how to stay in the building for 8 hours a day. It doesn't matter if you're moving around up in it.
Yeah, they teach you how to just be confined. Yeah,
and you doing the work that they need for you to do within a certain amount of time.
Most people are done with their work
because it's not about that. It's not about doing the work. Like it's never about doing the work. It's all about like consuming your time. It's time consuming because like money is not important. Time is important. So it's like when you somebody that got like peep game, if you got all the money in the world, will money be important to you or will time be more important to you? Because you already got all the money, you can do every single damn thing you want to do. Yeah. So that shit don't mean nothing. But you will want more time to be able to do more stuff that you want to do. Yeah. So it's like once you get into a certain bracket, it's like your mindset change when it comes to money. I feel like it has to change in order for you to get into that next bracket.
Yeah,
whatever bracket that you're trying to go to you gotta you gotta change that first. Like 60 to like 90 days, like constantly like trying to like do something different, but staying on that same path is what you need to do in order to get yourself to like reprogram yourself to start like doing something different. Because you can't like go working out for like 2 weeks and think that you're gonna take a break this week and then get back on it. Nah, you ain't program your body to do that. Your shit's still not ready. You need at least a month or 2 months. So when you do stop, you'll have it in your mind like, oh snap, let me go back and work out. Because it's something you've been doing every single day. It's like our mind has to be programmed to do some shit. You program yourself to learn stuff. You program yourself to not learn stuff. You program yourself to forget shit that happened to you when you was in your past. It's a program. Your mind is a goddamn computer.
Yeah.
But I ain't finna get up on too nerdy for you people because I know people don't like that shit. But how was your live? How was your live
I
last week?
mean, it was cool. It was cool. My thing is, I just hope people don't take my words as because you don't like my delivery, you're not gonna listen. Because that's a program too. Like, and you programming your kids to do the same thing, and then we say you hard headed, you don't listen, but neither do you.
True.
So where you think they got it from? Your kids are gonna learn from you whether you voluntarily teach them or you involuntarily teach. If they just have to watch what you're doing, you're teaching them regardless.
Mm-hmm.
So
because there's multiple ways to teach people, and there's multiple ways to deliver it to where people actually listen to you.
Yeah, but we're like, one thing I'm not gonna do is baby adults. I don't believe in that because you want to be grown, so let's be grown about it. Mm-hmm. Like, let's talk, let's have a conversation, and like, let's be honest. Because
but that's the freedom part.
But that's what I'm saying. That's when you start realizing a lot of people don't have the freedom they think they have. They like the idea of freedom, but because your job tell you have to be here from Monday to Friday, you got to work these hours to these hours. They have scheduled your life for you. All you got to do is fill in the blank. Mm-hmm. What's different is when you have to be in control of your own life and you have to now set your own schedule and say, okay, from this time I'm doing this, then I'm doing this, then I'm doing this. Like, when you have to start doing that shit, a lot of people are lost when people you schedule. I schedule for him. You know how many times I got to go with people's schedules with them just because they don't know when you're gonna be at home. You don't know what days you're gonna be free. When are you at home?
You take something that's supposed to be convenient and make it inconvenient, make it very hard.
That'd be crazy. That'd be blowing my mind. And then you asking questions and you talking to people and they can't respond to you. And then we try to figure out what's wrong with the kids. Well, there's adults out here that don't know how to do it. So yeah, the kids are thrown the hell off because everybody talking about they teaching their kids. Something got to be going wrong because the kids are getting worse.
Mm-hmm. It's a huge breakdown in communication all the way around.
It's a breakdown. Then everybody's single and pointing the fingers at each other. It's the men's fault. It's the women's fault. Okay, but y'all all are single. So let's figure that out. It's failed marriages. Well, I don't get married because ain't nobody. Okay, again, it's about your household, not what the world is making you view. Mm-hmm. Like, you have to get down to your basics. And people aren't accustomed or used to that anymore. Like, people don't know how to sit down and have a family meal or sit down and say, hey, we're going to have family time. Your kids don't know how to talk to you because the only time they usually get the chance to talk to you is the 10 minutes they in the car ride going home, or y'all finna take them to another activity.
Or y'all have more meaningful conversations and text messages than in person.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, some of the time it's not about always having your phone at dinner. Mm-hmm. Or even like when everybody's sitting on the couch, some of the time we just put that shit down and like, let's watch
interact with each other. We're right
like,
here.
Do some shit together, because that's the main thing that we missing, and that's the main thing that they want us to miss. It's family. Family is like the main key for like a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. It's like family, whether it's like you're a single family or you a family with some people. Like, it's about family. Like, you gotta be able to like have somebody that you can like lean upon and somebody else to lean upon you, so y'all can like make it through.
Yeah.
Because everything is hectic for you to be out here by yourself to make it through. Yeah. Now, I ain't saying like lean on some bum ass nigga, or like lean on some like bum ass female. I ain't saying just out here dry ass lean on anybody. Yeah. Just to lean up on them, but like really like take the time out and do your due diligence. And like try to figure out what's the right person for you.
3 months ain't enough time.
Hell nah.
6 months ain't enough time.
Hell nah.
A year ain't enough. You still in honeymoon phase. Y'all ain't supposed. Y'all going through the struggle in a year, baby. Just
only
hang it up. Only
because she want to get up on that TV show. I ain't gonna fire their ass up. But like, yeah, bro, you can't be sitting there trying to highlight like people that's been together for a year and they finna have a baby and stuff like that all within the first year, and they get married.
Yeah,
that's not.
Because what people don't understand, that's why I say it starts at home, because we can be so ready to, whether you're having a good experience or a bad experience, the fact that you're constantly on the go and doing, you're never getting time to sit down and process the stage of life you're in at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
So you're missing moments, and then you're also suppressing feelings,
Mm-hmm.
whether they're good feelings or bad feelings. You don't have time to sort them out because you're constantly on the go. You're constantly doing something, and we be so busy. And then we say, "Oh, I didn't know this was happening." You didn't know it was happening because you never stopped to check with your household. We care too much about the outside world to where we're not focusing on our own household. Like, that's the problem.
Yeah, cause shit, I mean, you get together after a whole year trying to get married, like, what if that nigga got like a VC habit or some shit? Like,
Oh, what?
VC habit, like he always buying like Madden coins and 2K coins and shit. He one of them niggas, like, he don't miss a 2K, like, release day and stuff like that. You gotta be aware of stuff like that so you can, like, know if you're gonna deal with a nigga like that. I ain't know buy VCs, like, all the time. Like they got some dudes out here that literally buy 2K and they buy like $100 worth of VC on like first day.
Oh, but we're not doing that.
See, you have to know. Like, what if y'all on the honeymoon phase and then like 2K come out?
How you didn't know he was doing that?
Because it's the first year. How you know? How you know?
Because at some point you didn't mention it, and in my mind, I keep telling you.
Because what if but what if you came through in the off season of 2K, like during the season when it's like it's a little dry?
Oh,
so it's like, yeah, he ain't like bring it up, but
really,
like, yeah, September rolled around
not
and it's like
you gotta start looking for a child.
Hell yeah,
that's crazy.
That shit important.
That's wild.
You gotta pay attention to the habits, but same thing for dudes. Like, you gotta realize, like, all right, bro, how often do she switch wigs? Like, do I gotta like?
First
do she got like a whole like closet full of wigs or some shit? Like, or is she like one of them lashes persons? Like, how this go? Like, cause you gotta check on stuff like that. If you one of them, like, if you a fugal ass dude, bro, if you a cheap dude, you can't get with a female, but you can't get with a female that like to spend bread if you a cheap dude. You setting yourself up for danger.
What female don't?
There's certain females that are just low maintenance like that. They don't just really care about all that extra shit. But it's like you can't get a female, but yeah,
she
but
gonna
you
have
still,
some type of habit now. Everybody got some type of habit.
Yeah, to a certain extent, but to a certain extent, no. Some people don't. Maybe her habit is maybe she one of them old like gaming ass females, but she don't like care about being out here cute and shit. She just care about video games.
But that's what everybody got a habit. You ain't got to pick on the people with wigs. Like, you ain't got to come for us like that. Like,
I'm not talking about people with wigs in general. I'm just saying in general, like, so a fucking habit. Like,
but everybody have habits. If they work for you,
I'm talking about positive habits. I didn't want to bring up like drugs and like alcoholism and stuff like that. Those are like bad habits. I'm bringing up like light habits. Hell yeah, those are bad habits. I'm bringing up light habits. Like, this nigga got a raging 2K addiction or some shit like that. Like,
I don't know what people. I hope y'all ain't not that. Okay.
Shit, man, we be trying to go pro.
It started, huh? See, this what I'm saying.
Question. That's the question. That's the question.
What's the question?
How many dudes be legit playing 2K online and be trying to go pro? Y'all be out here hooping, trying to go pro, like trying to go like pro am, but y'all boys out here like a casual online, like how you be playing. I'm just saying it had to get a little bit lighter because like we was on their ass.
That is crazy.
We was on their ass at the beginning of this episode. Talking about it starts at home.
It does start at home.
It do start at home, but I think
it's just nothing because that's what I'm saying. Ain't nothing wrong with having your habits and having your fun. Because people be like, oh, because somebody gonna watch this and be like, I can't have fun. I can't live my life too. I can still live my life. Nobody's saying that. It's just saying
I still got my habits too. Like shit, you feel me? I'm still gonna buy like Hot Wheels. I'm still gonna buy some VCU. Like I'm still gonna do.
Yeah,
like,
his habits turn into expensive habits down the line. But
as it should, it shouldn't start off at not.
Because this is what I'm saying. you have to be once you start a habit, it gets worse and worse and worse. Like you got to be able to
Like keep it up.
It gets more in depth. It's not even just keeping it up. Like you're gonna want more and more and more. Now you gotta go extensive. Like
Yeah, because I was like, I didn't just want all the music. Like, what I'm gonna play my music on? Let me get some turntables. And I'm like, all right, well, I got these turntables. Let me get some better turntables. And it's like, okay, like, what I hadn't had these by like 5 years now. So I'm like a couple of more years. It's like, yeah, it'll be time to get some better tables. Because it's like, because you said I got to keep up with my habits.
I did not say that. I didn't say that. I said everybody has habits
that they got to keep up with.
No, I didn't say you have to keep because your habits can change.
Oh, and they do.
Clearly.
What's wrong with that? Like, it starts at home. At home, I got some habits that changes over time. Like, whether it's like out here, like, what's so funny? Like, you just start giggling and shit.
So why you be wilding?
I'm wilding.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Why?
Because you got a lot of habits.
You do too, fam.
That's not what this is not what this episode
it wasn't about my habits too, but now we see that we trying to put my shit up on First
Street. You came for the wigs and I felt attacked. Like,
I came for dudes too. Pause. Like, I didn't leave nobody out. Like, I got on everybody ass. I even got on Tyler Perry ass subliminally. We're talking about you gotta like be with a broke nigga. Like, bro, don't be saying that shit, nigga. You the main one that was out here like making us look like we was broke boys all the time. Now, cause your studio probably ain't doing too good, and the SAG got y'all boys over there up on strike. Now is you trying to get into regular people problems? Nah, bro.
You say regular people.
Stay over there with that extra stuff, bro. Like, y'all always trying to be an Oprah. We don't need a male Oprah.
Really?
Yeah, we don't. We seen what Oprah did for our generation.
I ain't even gonna go.
Like, we know how Oprah did that, so why the hell would we want a male Oprah? The problem is, y'all like that nigga when he had that dress on and he was telling y'all that extra shit and he was out here being country. But now he done took that dress off and he like, nah, support that broke nigga. Now it's like, oh, nah, get Tyler Perry up out of here. Why not? Let him stay. I have mixed feelings about it.
Clearly.
I do. Because it's like, on one hand, it was like, I didn't like Tyler Perry because of his portrayal of the black community. But now everybody don't like Tyler Perry because of his portrayal of his black community. So it's like, oh, shit. It's time to switch it up.
It's a moment they not canceling Tyler Perry.
Hell
People don't have the attention to see. You know what I'm saying? People don't have the attention span. Like, they'll be mad at him today and love him tomorrow. It's not that they gonna look like, but that he shouldn't have to come out and tell you something that you should have common sense to know.
True.
Like, everybody gonna have downtime. He gonna have times when you up, and if you always down, that's a whole other issue and a whole other topic for another day.
Boys be down and hot, like down on your dick.
Yeah, like, listen, a whole other
like,
topic.
Come on, man.
But like, you have to understand, like, as females, we have to understand that y'all don't have it all together. Men don't always have it all together all the time.
Yeah.
Just as females, we don't always have it together all the time. And the problem is we too busy being busy and we don't know how to be vulnerable. So that means we can't teach our kids to be vulnerable. We don't know how to communicate. So we can't you're not teaching our kids to communicate. We don't know how to deal with our emotions. So what a lot of us do, we shut down because we don't want to talk about it.
Or we get passive aggressive about it.
Yeah. Oh, I can't stand passive aggressive people. That's
And then people explode, and then that's how we have like a bunch of accidents,
killings, and
because it's like it's too many passive aggressive ass people with guns now. Like, that's the scary part about the whole gun situation. It's too many scary motherfuckers with guns, bro. You know what scary people with guns do? They just shoot anything. That's why all these. But that's the truth, though. Like, how many people that you have seen that was not scary that then shot something for real? Every nigga out here that be scared for their life just be out here just shooting in the crowd. Oh shit, they finna jump me. They fire that bitch up. Like, that fuck, like, it's the truth. Scared ass niggas shoot the crowd up. It's the truth.
Okay.
Like,
like,
only reason why you, well,
But
that's a
like-
different question. That's a whole other different topic. But it's the truth though. Like, yeah, niggas be out here scared. Niggas be out here scared for their life, and they'll shoot that bitch up. Like, but I mean, the fuck, like
some people
them
just
niggas
hot-headed.
on your
It's not
ass.
necessarily about being scared. Some people just don't know how
It's
to
the
control
same
their
way. Shit, if I had pepper spray, I'll pepper spray that bitch up. Y'all niggas get to jumping up on me and I got pepper spray. Like everybody getting that shit. Fuck you me. Hell yeah. Why not? Y'all got to get up off me. I got to get up out of here. I got a family at home. That's the most important thing. How the hell can I get up out this situation? Because my family
Clearly,
at
you
home.
didn't bypass that a long time ago. If you in this situation,
Yeah,
you
well,
thought
but
about
shit,
that a
they
while
got
back.
hectic. Now I got to pull out the pepper spray. Like, that's what y'all got pepper spray for. Shit get hectic. You pull that bitch out. Well, shit, they got hectic. I got to get back home because it starts at home. So
Mark, that is so stupid.
so I'm gonna spray that bitch up. Like, everybody getting maced. And get that good illegal shit, not that old. You gotta get that one at the gas station.
But at this point, he lucky if he just
Yeah.
okay. I ain't gonna say nothing else. He the one that be on YouTube all the time, and I got
Yeah, but we ain't got numbers like that for them to be
No
messing
matter.
with us. If anything, hell nah, we should be
Freedom ain't
straight.
free.
Nah, we should be straight because they ain't hit us for the tag for the C word the past couple of times. Because you said I dropped off a whole C bomb. I'm like, yeah, they ain't flag us up, so I'm like, oh shit, like, oh yo ass, I'm going. Nah, I'm playing. I don't do that. I be on a straight and narrow.
Y'all listen.
Oh, straight narrow hunt, they call me. But back on topic.
We left that topic alone.
Yeah, we had to, bro, because like I said, you was on their ass, bro. Like,
that's their problem.
I know,
That's
but
why
the
people
good
got
part
so attention
is,
span now because
yeah.
we cater to it.
And
Stop
that's the
it.
thing. So if you made it past the first 20 minutes of a verbal ass whooping that you received, then you get to the good part where we on here like goofing off. Cause it's like, hey, it's weeding out the ones that don't really like care about what we talking about, or they just came on here to hear we talked about them. That's what this is. Like, cause I mean, I feel like we do still got a lot of that some of the time. Like, they just want to be nosy. They ain't out here for like you ain't out here for the message. You on here for the nosiness. You want to see if you're gonna be special and get like a spotlight. But it's like we don't spotlight people. We highlight people. Like we put you on a butchering block and we chop your ass down like a fucking tree. We put you on a highlight reel.
Not fun. Like
shit, if it ain't, we gotta be. The thing is, we try not to be toxic.
But you were being very toxic.
Yeah, but if you come for me or you come for my company, then like you fucking right. It got to be a little toxicness to it because when in wrong, you can't always take the high road on certain shit because certain stuff like everybody not gonna always take the high road. You got to judge the situation. Is this a my bad situation and we walk around and we like get up out of this, or is this a okay? Hotheads is gonna have to prevail up on this situation. You try to stay out of hothead situations. You don't want.
I would hope so if you especially as an adult, but
yeah,
that's not a lot.
Not a lot of what?
Not a lot of people. I mean, you have some. I'm not saying there's not some. I'm just saying like the world is crazy, and it's always as long as there's a world star, there'll always be.
Don't nobody yell out "World Star" no more.
It don't matter. Y'all still supporting
That'd be
and
hilarious,
watching.
bro. But then that's also scary as shit. But it, like if I'm fighting and like I hear World Star, wouldn't that make you like go harder? Because it's like, oh shit, this nigga
you're
probably
gonna continue to act a fool for the internet. Now you're gonna act a whole fool.
First of all, if they yell out World Star, it's already been recorded. Like, yeah, so it's like you got to continue to act an ass Because do you want to be the one that got your ass whooped or the whooper? You're a clown regardless. You're putting on a clown show. So it's like, I mean, what part of the clown show do you want to be? The goddamn ringmaster, or you want to be the clown that they spray the goddamn fire hose in their face? I prefer to be the ringmaster.
I see. Like,
So is this like how we gonna do this for the couple of
Like,
weeks?
I don't know.
Nah,
Like,
I'm talking
I don't
about
know
you because like last week
what we
you was
doing.
like on a positive vibe, then on this week you was like on their ass.
I'm not. You said we talking about stuff starting at home, so I'm like, if we're having a discussion about people starting their stuff at home, they need to know what starts at home because it's
Cause it's what?
because people feel like that's a simple concept
Mm-hmm.
until you get into what you mean by we got to start at home. And then it's understanding and saying, like, it's teaching your kids, it's being there for your spouse. If you want a spouse, you don't have a spouse, it's preparing yourself for your future spouse, healing yourself. Like, half of us are running around here with childhood traumas because our parents didn't teach us what they need to teach us in that home. So now we have our own kids, we're out in the world, we're making political decisions. Like,
We supposed to be making political decisions
on our own, but a lot of people can't get outside of their household. They get too much information outside their household to where they can't make a calm and clear decision about their life.
I don't think they get enough information out their household. I
They
think
do
a
it, it's
bunch
the
of
wrong
people,
kind.
to a certain extent, it's a mix of both. But I think they get a lot of bad information in the household because a lot of people push their fears up on everybody else, especially in the household.
Yeah, 'cause you
Nah, don't
get
do
help.
that. Like, yeah.
But
nah.
that's coming from outside the household too, because they was told it. So now you're running your household based off of how you were treated, and that's what I'm saying. We're not intelligent enough. We haven't came to the point where it's like we really are tired of the situations that's happening in the world. We can't be tired enough because it's getting worse.
Yeah.
Right?
But I mean, that's the part that it is. I mean, that's what they always say. Like,
It's gonna get worse.
it got to get worse before it get better. Like, weak times make strong men. Like, strong times make weak men. Or it could be the other way around. It's one of them, but it's like when people out here got like too much bread and they got too much like good stuff going on, they not paying attention to the little thing versus when you ain't got nothing and all you got to do is pay attention to the little things. And it's like it's not. Nobody said that the stuff would be easy. Nothing about life is easy. So it's like we have to get past that. It's like once we can get past, that's one of the first hurdles as an adult that I honestly believe that you got to get past. That like life is not gonna be easy, bro. Like we're gonna get knocked down, we're gonna get back up, but it's about what you do when you get back up. Are you gonna stay up, or you gonna drop back down, or you gonna stay down? Because if you stay down, then it's like you're really not really trying to live. You're not hunting your life. You're not trying to get that hunt life. But like, yeah, you're not hunting your life. Like you're not trying to do anything. So it's like like it's hard. Every day is hard. Every day is a struggle. Like every day you gotta like the first fight is like, fuck it, I'm finna get up out this bed and go to work.
Or just be productive. Productivity is hard. Being productive is hard.
Yeah.
Taking care of your kids and focusing on your kids and focusing on your family, like that is hard because they get tiring.
Chasing money gets hard. My thing is,
but it's easier to deal with.
No, see, that's what I was going to get at. The most easiest thing to do is to chase your dreams. It is. It's easy to chase your dreams. If you know what your dreams are, you can chase them hoes all day long. The hard part is realizing that you got your dreams and living in your shit. Because you're going to always continue to feel like you're chasing something if you don't really understand what your dreams is. You're going to just be chasing some shit. If your dreams, because especially if you're a big dreamer.
Everybody's not a dreamer, though.
Well, then that's the problem. Then you gotta be able to have some type of dream. If you're not a dreamer, then it's like, I mean, it's
You
nothing
sleep.
wrong with being a worker bee. There's nothing wrong with that. That's part of the
But
world.
I'm
Like
saying,
everybody
dreams could
can't
be
be
anything.
cheese.
Like, know your vision of life.
Yeah,
Dreaming
but you
is your
just said,
vision of
but
life.
it doesn't matter because we're not talking about the ones that have dreams. We're talking about the ones that don't have dreams at that moment. Because it's like, if you don't have dreams, then it's like, fam, like we, as in everything that we're telling you, like, or we're just like throwing out there in the atmosphere for you like to listen to and to like, if you vibe with it, you vibe with it. If you don't, you don't. Like, if you don't really have dreams or anything like that, everything that we telling you, like, it's really like obsolete. You don't really care about what we talking about because like we telling people how to like chase their dreams, how to be like a better version of themselves, how to like try to achieve the stuff that they really want to achieve. So it's like if you ain't got nothing that you want to achieve, what's the purpose of listening to people that's trying to talk about achieving stuff? You in the wrong, you in the wrong room. You gotta read the room. Because it's about like like that's the thing that like a lot of stuff is missing. Everybody want to be together. Everybody want to be in rooms where they ain't supposed to be up in, but some of the time you can't go where everybody else go. Everybody ain't gonna make it. You feel me? Some people just gonna have to work. That's why I'm like, I get tired when I hear everybody sitting there talking about go after your business, run a business, run a business. Nah, because if everybody running the business, then who the hell gonna work for people? Like logically, you got to think about stuff like that. Everybody can't be a chief. Cause then who gonna run the city? Who gonna run it? Who gonna run the village? Somebody got to be in charge. Somebody got to do something. So that's the whole thing about that shit starts at home. Starts at home. Realize what you are, your purpose, and what you can do.
Mhm.
And maneuver yourself to be in the areas, in the rooms with like-minded people. Stop maneuvering yourself to be in the rooms with unlike-minded people trying to change their minds to be with you. You're fighting a losing fight. Fight a easy battle. Go where the people at that knows what you're trying to do. Cause that's self-sabotage to me.
We gonna do it
Like,
because that man bring up self-sabotage one more time.
because that's the truth, bro. Like people don't really understand. Like a lot of shit that we do, we mentally program ourselves to self-sabotage ourselves.
Well, yeah, but that's a lot of childhood trauma. It's not. We're not mentally doing it. You continue the cycle of doing it because you don't break it, but it was already instilled in you as a kid.
And then the key, I like that we keep bringing up the word like childhood trauma because like I'm finna like break that down real quick. All right, childhood trauma. The thing about childhood trauma is that right now a lot of us are, we'll say what, maybe 10 years from being a child, 20 years from being, like how many years? Like
Well,
some
that's
of us.
18 years, so not considered adults 18.
Yeah.
Like we're not 30, so
From childhood, we'll say we probably like teenagers.
Yeah, we're almost there.
Like almost an adult.
Some of us are like
some of
if you're
us are
like
adults,
40
some
plus,
of us
then
is
like
not.
okay, you've been like you're an official adult.
Yeah,
like,
but
you've been adult long enough to be
yeah, but most of the people that we like talking to, like most of us are in our age group. Yeah, but most of them are not 40s yet. They're almost 40.
Mm-hmm.
Like we have some people that listen to us that's over 40s, but like yeah, like our main core group is the ones that's almost 40.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yeah, like we haven't really been like adults that long. So it's nothing wrong if you're like just learning like some of your childhood traumas and like some of the stuff that makes you tick. It's about like actually like learning them and figuring it out and like trying to like get started on trying to fix it. Mm-hmm. Because we have been a child longer than we've been an adult. So the faster that you can like figure out what made you, so you can like fix it or just do what you need to do to make yourself better, then it's like, yeah, the faster you'll be on the right path, I believe.
I mean, yeah, it's not that, because millennials range, so we know, like, technically the age gap is into your 40, like I think almost mid 40s. So that's what I'm saying. Like, in general, we've all been adults for at least the past 15 to 20 years. That's the point. So you're either teenage status or like you've been an adult for at least the past 20 years. That's it. That's not a long time.
Yeah.
Like, you may have 2 years on top of the 18, but like, let's take off 2 years because technically you can't do a lot until you're 21. And so with the childhood trauma, it's more so like, yeah, it is okay if you, like, I'm 31, right? Yeah. 32, something like that. It's not even important. Don't worry about it. I'm in my 30s, okay?
None of your business.
But I had to start learning my childhood trauma early because I had kids, and the way having kids affected me, I wanted to be different than what my mom was to me. So I took having kids serious. Sometimes that kicks in for different people at different stages of life. Some people are very slow to get there. So, like, for us, I think it's okay for where we are, whether you're just identifying your childhood trauma, or even if you haven't gotten there yet,
And
but
you
you like
getting
know
close.
it's a problem and you're trying to figure out like what is it, because then you have to go through the journey of fixing it, and like, but you got to go through the hurt of realizing it. Then you got to go through the steps of like acknowledging it with yourself and the people who hurt you, because you cannot get over your childhood trauma without allowing people who have hurt you growing up as a child know, because you're still suppressing feelings, and it's gonna come out one way or the other. That's unhealthy. Don't do that. But it's still a work in process. Like, you still have to be able to maneuver through that, and that's not easy every day, especially if you're going through working, or like you are chasing a dream. Everybody should be chasing a dream. Everybody should be living in their purpose. But the reality of it is a lot of people are not. Some people have things that I've worked with a lot of people that inspired to do stuff. Like, and it just never happened. They didn't have the support of people who were going to push them or believe
still
in
a
them.
dreamer, though.
And
Those
yeah,
are
but that's what I'm
dreamers.
saying.
There's
But it's
nothing wrong
also
with being a
people
dreamer.
who don't know. Like, from a child, if you've never had nothing to look forward to, then you're not a dreamer, and that's not necessarily your fault either. That's what I'm saying. It's not to take away from the people who's like, this conversation is not for them. It's not that it's not for them, but some people don't realize that you should have a purpose because they didn't grow up in an environment that told them or even allowed them to be dreamers. Like, that was taken away because some people was in survival mode their entire life.
I mean, you
So
the one
they
that got
never
the
had
degree
that.
up in this. I'm the one that's just
No, I'm saying
self-made psychological. What's another word I could put out there?
Surprise me.
Surprise. Nah, I don't want to do that. I don't like surprises like that.
Well,
I don't.
you the one talking about you self-made?
I
am. Mark.
am.
But all in all, it starts at home. It starts with you. Raise your kids, raise your family. If you're looking for a spouse, you need to be trying to figure out your flaws, what makes you tick. Like, you have to be able to survive on your own and really like think for yourself. Like, again, a lot of people don't exercise their freedom, and that's trickling down to the kids. Honestly, it really is. Like, adults, listen, we're gonna go through stuff, but it's not the kids' fault, and they shouldn't have to constantly like live through parents who trying to live a life.
Yeah.
Like,
some of the time it's much easier to try to fix yourself before you have kids.
It is. It's easy. Yeah, I would say that. But fixing yourself in general is just hard because there's some days that you just don't like what you see. And there's some days where you just don't want to be bothered with trying to be that better person. Because it's not easy. I never want to give people that assumption that it's easy to be involved with your kids, or like concentrating on your household is a skill. It's good. We still trying to
it's
figure
something
out.
that you have to learn how to do. It's not something that you're like built with. Some people are, but those are people that grew up. I say this, maybe they
I
grew
don't
up in
think
like
nobody.
functioning households that they learn how to like function as a family because they seen a functioning
Family.
family.
But that don't mean they don't have their own traumas, and that don't mean they're gonna get hard sometimes. It's like they can just probably maneuver.
Yeah, but they
easy.
still have a
But even they
foundation
have to
come
have
off
their
of.
stuff where they have to like X that, because what happened for them and worked for them in their household growing up don't mean it's gonna work for you in your
That's true.
household.
That's the
now.
thing too.
Like a lot of us are like parenting from how our parents parented.
Yeah.
us. A lot of us are loving and having
From the way
relationships.
that our parents did
yeah,
from
love
us
and they
instead of
divorce
you.
and they stuff. Like we're living through our parents' trauma, and
Yeah.
a lot of us are not going through our own
Yeah,
journey.
that's the first part of breaking out of childhood traumas is learning that you're living through your parents' trauma and getting out away from your parents' trauma.
Yeah,
Then
sometimes you
now
have
trying
to
to figure out
abandon
what's
shit.
wrong with you.
Yeah, figure out what you want to keep, what you want to throw away. Like if you never sit down and have that conversation with yourself,
Weigh the pros and cons of yourself.
Yeah.
No, real T. I'm just like making a joke about it, but not real T. You got to put your pros and your cons. Like, what are your pros? What your cons is? What are your cons that you feel like that you are very cool with and you fine with that people is officially gonna not like that? Like, and what are your pros that you be like, all right, this is cool, but maybe I can like tweak this. Maybe I'm too caring and too kind to everybody to maybe I need to like scale it back a little bit. I shouldn't be too kind and caring for everybody. Should be so more kind and caring to the ones that's for me. So it's like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with like
you have to.
You gotta weigh your options. You gotta the same way. Because the thing I don't like is a lot of people say that they don't judge, and it's like that's a lie. We judge every single thing. You're not gonna eat that food until you look at it, so you're judging it. You're not gonna read that book until you look at it, until you read something, because you're judging it. You're not gonna watch that TV show until you judge the trailer. So everything is gonna get judged. You're not gonna look at that reel until you judge either the title, or you judge what they got on, or you judge that the music is cool, but you judge every single thing in your life. So what's wrong with you judging yourself so you can get yourself to be better? Because we even judge celebrities for stupid shit when they're a celebrity and they live in their life and they don't give no fucks about what you gotta say. But we still judge them. So it's like judge yourself so you can make yourself better.
Yeah, keep the energy. Keep the energy to go. Like whatever you're supposed to be being. Like everybody's not meant to be a entrepreneur, work for this. Like it's not even about the job. A dream is not a job. Like let's get that clear. It's not what you do for.
You gotta world star yourself. You gotta put your own self on blast. Like you gotta whoop your own ass some of the time.
A little bit. It's nothing wrong with having tough love for yourself. Some of us want to be too soft. Like we like, oh, I just want to love on myself. Sometimes you gotta love on yourself enough to give yourself a little bit of tough love and say, bitch, you need to get your shit together. Like you fucking up like real bad. Sometimes you have to have that type of honesty. Like
if you can't be honest with yourself, who are you being honest with?
Yeah. Like that, yeah. Because it's gonna affect your world. That's what I'm saying. It starts at home. It's gonna affect your world. We're too concerned about the outside and the outside noise. Zone in.
They didn't tell y'all to stop keeping up with the Joneses for nothing.
No.
Them old folks had some like old little riddles and stuff that they tried to like drop.
And they never use. They just talking. Like a lot of society, we talk. And then when it's time to get down to action and really like do stuff for change, like stuff that we can change, like teaching your kids to stop being a badass or show a little respect when they talking to adults, or like how to be decent human beings, what to joke about, what not to joke about, like where to go, like, and stop being so trusting. Like,
so before we wrap this episode up, do you want to gonna get into the rest of your rant? Because you finna fire some asses up. So it's like, yeah, gonna get into the rest of your rant.
So we're going into the rant. So that's it for this.
Yeah, that's it for that one. Because you already transitioned into the rant, so it's might as well just go put it out there and just gonna say, yeah.
Well, before I get into the rant, let me just say, because we jumped around a lot.
Yes, we did.
If you take nothing else away from this, take the fact that you need to. Your house matters.
Yes.
That's it. Everything
house
else comes
matters
afterwards.
second,
Like
but your house matters.
what's going on inside of your household is what you need to be focused on. Like, because that is what your legacy will be. That is the imprint that you leave on the world. Whether you have kids, whether you don't have kids, you out here living dreams, you hustle, whatever it is, you need to be focused. If you is the only person in your household, that means you need to be focused on you and your happiness and your sanity. Like, start it in your household and stand out. It works better that way, I promise you. We had to learn it the hard way.
Yep.
We didn't give y'all
learn
no
it the hard
examples on
way.
this episode.
I know, but hey, we gave y'all a lot of good banter though. Her face said different, but hey.
Going into my rant.
As you shall, rent you shall, rent master, rent missus.
Listen, because my rant is simply communicate.
Communication.
That's it.
Hell yeah.
At the end of the day, learn how to communicate. Stop being so trusting. It's too many of us that know the world crazy. How you know the world crazy, but then you willing to trust the world with your kids? Listen, I got people looking at me crazy because I won't let Santana go nowhere without me or without one of us being present. He is 9 years old. He'll be 10 next month. Baby, he is not an adult. He ain't even a teenager yet. You think I'm gonna trust the same person I got to run around here and make sure he didn't brush his teeth at night? Just run off into the that's crazy.
When we was 10, we wasn't all out here in the streets like that.
At all. My parents did not play that. Okay. So that is wild to me. My baby out here trying to make friends. And it's just like we don't want to communicate with other human beings so bad. We just letting the kids have at it. Like, that's your friends, you know them, and I'll just drop you. That's no. At a certain age, baby, your friends is my friends, and they parents is we all, because that's the only way I'm gonna trust you at somebody else's house. Like, y'all don't be knowing where these people be staying. You don't know you don't know what's going on. You can't barely tell me what car they drive, and you just letting your please don't do that. And learn how to communicate that, because I don't have a problem telling you no. And for some people, they have a hard time saying no. And I'm like, what's the problem with saying no? Like, what's that about? Why you can't say no? Or telling people when they do something wrong. Like, if somebody did something that you did not like, the easiest thing to do as an adult is say that you didn't like it. Communicate that and stop having problems without a solution. Have a solution for the problem. Like, if you're just gonna complain about it, be quiet. Like, because it has to be so. I'm not gonna just listen to you yell about nothing, and then you really not talking about nothing. Like, learn how to communicate. If somebody did a service for you, or somebody made your food wrong, or somebody just did something that you just generally did not like, why would you not tell them? And then the first thing people want to say is, "Oh, it's gonna be karma. You gonna get it back." How they gonna get something back that they wasn't aware that they did? How that's gonna work?
Hell yeah.
That's not how karma works, baby. And that's why we all messed up. That's what I'm saying. It started at your house. Like, that don't even make sense. Like, learn the communication thing is wild. Like, people be like, well, I'm not gonna go back and forth. Sometimes you have to go back and forth. It doesn't have to be an argument. A back and forth does not have to be an argument. It can just be saying, hey, I need this, and this done. Can you do that? I like it done this way, and this way. That it might take, because I don't know you. We got to stop navigating the world like everybody know us and they know what we expect and they know what we want. Like, I don't know you. So, give me that and then let's work it out. And a lot of people, I see why it's a lot of people single. I see why the kids is running around here crazy. I see why half of the people just don't want to be bothered, because a lot of people have communication issues. Like, y'all make y'all trauma and the stuff y'all been through other people's issue and don't realize you doing it. That's crazy. And now you leaving bad reviews. You out here talking to people crazy. You out here about to fight. Like, you talking about the Mason running around here with guns earlier. People are doing that because they don't know how to use their words. Like, I'm not saying it's never a situation where you don't have to protect yourself because people be out here wilding. That is a fact. But the majority of us should know how to communicate our feelings and our emotions. And we should also know how to be like, okay, we agree to disagree, and we can still have a respect. Like, it don't always have to be a wishing, but then it's like, well, I don't wish nobody no bad, but you really just did. Like, you double talking. Like, learn how to communicate. Like that, please. For the life of us, let's go into 2024 working on our communication skills. Like, if you had an ex, figure out where that communication skill went wrong. If you married, figure out where that communication could strengthen with your marriage. If you have kids, figure out how to communicate on your child's level. Because one thing we got to stop doing is thinking kids are on the same level as adults. That child does not comprehend the way you comprehend. So the way you talking to them and how you got them talking to other people is not the doggone same thing. Okay? Stop that. Please.
Get some help. Say, well,
That's it. That's all.
on the first episode, we said that the rants was gonna be like a minute. But she decided to rant enough for me and her, and my rant is a little light today. You know
Why?
Why I have a light rant?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm aware that the stuff that happened to me this week was part of the 20 percentile.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like being aware that, oh shit, I'm dealing with a 20 percenter. So
You have to
let me change. Like, yeah, let me code switch. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, it's understanding that like you can't give everybody the same treatment.
Mm-hmm.
Like the way
people want equality
people want equality until you give them equality, and then it doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
Like some people would rather just pay that deposit and be secure versus you like, oh no, I'm just gonna show up and do the work like I said I am.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh no, you want me to. So you don't trust that the computer told you that, because I have my stuff automatic messages. So it's like, why should I have to like do a lot of small talking, especially when I shouldn't have to? If you put your stuff in the system the way it's supposed to,
Mm-hmm.
then there's no need for small talk because the system is going to tell you, thank you. We see you on that day.
Mm-hmm.
So when I show up on that day and you like, oh snap, I ain't know, you ain't text me back. And I'll be like, bullshit, because the system tell you that. I literally did it my own self. I test my system out before I did it.
But it also sends you a message that you know, like, your stuff is en route.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, yeah.
And then that'd be the crazy part, because a lot of people don't understand that, like, fam, like, you are talking to the owner at this moment. So it's like,
yeah, people don't
like, I can get this done with you the way that it needs to be done because, like, I am the owner of the business. So it's like, let's talk about this and let's get this done, because it's like, it's a way to get every single thing done instead of you like
having problems with no solution.
Mm-hmm. Because we put like customer service is like, we try to make sure customer service is A1. Sure, we try to be.
Listen,
like, we have good customer service.
MHB people, listen, check
yeah, we have good customer service. It's just,
but understand
that we're not pushovers, and we're not gonna. Yeah, you can't please everybody, and it's like the 20 percentile. It's like 80% of people can like every single thing that you do and the service that you provide, but the 20% of people is not gonna just vibe with you, and you have to be okay with it. Yeah, you got to be okay with that 20% that's just not gonna vibe with you. Mm-hmm. And that was my theme this week. Is I had to realize that like when the 20 percenters is around, you got to sort of like put your what's the word I'm looking for? Protocols in place. Yeah. You have protocols in place.
You can't be as lax. You can't be. That's when like how you usually like, that's just like the support, right? The support in your family. Like the people, your friends is usually the closest, but we know you can't treat your friends like your family, right? Mm-hmm. Like as in like your mom, your dad, your siblings. Like your friends usually know more and they're more in depth with you versus like your siblings and like those people. So with your business, it's the same way. Like that 80% that love you and like they support you regardless, it's always gonna be there. But just like haters, like them be the loudest ones. Like your haters is always gonna be the loudest ones. They gonna want to tear it down. Mm-hmm. Like, well, it wasn't what I was. And then like you don't be having no merit. That be the bad boy.
It wasn't what I
It be-
expected, but then it's like,
You
when was
never
the
said
last
that.
time that you got your car detailed? Oh, I never had my car detailed. So you
what
expected what? Because you never had the service done. So when I put this vacuum up in your car and you see that it ain't no more dirt on your car, this is the cleanest your car ever been. But I try not to be the asshole because I put my pros and cons on the board, and you feel me? And I was fine with the whole asshole section for me. And it's like, I still have it there, but it's like, I'm aware that, you know, I can't be an asshole all the time. But can I be an asshole to myself? Oh, you fucking right. I'm on
Yeah.
your ass.
Because it's just
And we fire your ass up too, bro. Like, do we? Oh, we have fun. But because she finna get into some extra stuff, and like that's the end of it. Like, nah, because we didn't already went over another hour. Because it was like we always have.
Because you be playing. See, had you not been playing earlier, we would have been on time. That's what
We
I'm
still
saying.
on time.
Your
We gave them
banter
a.
took up 30 minutes.
But my
That's what I'm
banter
saying.
was the gold part, though. Like we was out here like the track athletes. We wasn't out here like the sorry ass NBA players. When it's time to shine, it's time to shine.
This division in the world, really.
Well, it's competition. It's not division, it's competition. It depends on how you want to put the word. But with that being said, I'm Hunt.
I'm Kiki.
Mr. Hunt Life Podcast. Hunt Life.
Live dreams.
All right, people.
Bye, y'all.
Cool. Before y'all leave, don't forget to like, share, and comment. Oh, and follow us at
Hunt Life the Podcast on Instagram, TikTok, and here on YouTube. Please hit the subscribe button. You can also find me at I'm the Key on Instagram, and you can follow us on Hunt Life Code on Instagram and TikTok.
And you can find me on Mr. Hunt Bubbles on everywhere. Mr. Hunt Bubbles on everything, and also Hunt Files. And don't forget, if you got any comments or any statements or anything that you want to leave us, you can always find us up on Instagram and Hunt Life the Podcast. Have a great day, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Hunt Life, live dreams.